We are over a month in baseball. A blockbuster trade? What is going on with the haters right now? That, including our curtain calls for this week. Let's go.
I've heard this through Twitter and around baseball.
Oh, breaking news.
What
We
happened?
have breaking news.
Let's rekindle that 90s rivalry between the Jays and the Braves.
I think the biggest question that I have, like, why did they call them up? It's not like they were struggling.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Saturday Sliders. Today is Sunday, May 5th. I'm Almar and I have Armando next to me, and let's talk baseball.
Welcome, everybody. You can watch us on YouTube or listen to us on Spotify. Please subscribe, follow. It will help our channel greatly. Let's talk baseball. Let's go around the bases.
All right, let's go around the bases.
Omar, we found out 4 days ago, we found out that Jose Abreu has been sent down to the minors. What is your opinion on this move?
Well, the whole Astros team are struggling, and I think Abreu is struggling mightily. Sending him down is probably best for the team because, like we said last week, they're struggling hitting and they're not winning ball games. So this is a step towards that if they wish to get back on track in the season. I'm not sure what's wrong with Abreu. He's coming up in age, so it's probably that, but we cannot rule that editing out what's going on with Abreu.
Yeah, I think we talked about it last week. We said, like, we were talking about, is there concerns? Is like panic, red flags? Like, what is going on with the Astros? And this is just the signs. Abreu in 22 games, he's hitting a .099. So that's
Yeah.
just it's sad to see, right? Especially for a player who's been so good for so many years. But this is just the reality. The Houston are not the same team,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right? So yeah, but like we'll see how many more moves happens. Maybe sending him to the minors can be a pick me up or a reality check for him or for the whole team, right? That anybody can be sent down,
That's true. Yes.
right? So all right, with our another breaking news, we had a trade yesterday. Uh, the Padres acquired Luis Arraez from the Marlins and a three prospect trade. As a division rivals with the Padres, this move makes me quite upset. I'm not sure if he was on the trading block or how this happened, but this is a really good move by the Padres. They love their shortstops. I think this is the fifth shortstop they have on the payroll on the roster, but it's a really good move for them. Um, yeah, this is a great move from the GM. What is your opinion on this trade, Omar?
Yeah, I think the Padres have like San Diego has a lot of wealth. I don't know where they're getting their money
Yeah.
at, but yeah, this is a good trade, great trade for them actually, because Luis Arias is a hitting machine. I'm reading the quote from Fernando Tatis. He said the guy is probably the closest to Tony Gwynn. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, hold on right now, but
Oh yeah.
he is, but Luis Arias is really good. And you mentioned if Arias was on the trading block during the off season, there were a lot of talks that the Marlins were probably moving Arias, but I think they were asking for too much during the off season. That's why they weren't able to move Arias. And when the season started poorly for the Marlins, I think it was like a go time for them to just trade Arias. And I don't know, I didn't dig deeper to the prospects that the San Diego Padres gave to the Marlins, so I can't really dig deep to that trade. But good trade for the Padres.
Yeah. It's a great trade for them. They're already a high scoring team, and this is just gonna get them they're just going to become more better. He's a hitting machine. He gets on base. Um, he's batting 315 with yeah, he just gets on base, right? So he only had and he had a great debut for the Padres, having 4 hits, one double, um, 2 RBIs. It's great. It's great for them. It's
Yeah,
right. So in 4 hits in your first game, right? Just like hours after being traded, right? He gets just picks it up. So he's been great. He was great in Minnesota, and then when he got traded to the Marlins, he was great there. Winning back-to-back batting titles, and yeah, I really like this trade. So good for them.
yeah.
And sadder note, we have injury from Mike Trout having knee surgery. It's not a season-ending surgery, but it's still sad to see. He just can't stay healthy. He can't stay on the field. Baseball's just better when Mike Trout is on the diamond. And so, what is your opinion on this injury or
Yep.
this report?
Yes, luckily for Mike Trout, the report was good that it's not a season-ending injury, and Mike Trout actually posted that his surgery went well, which is good. Great to hear. Like you said, it's baseball's better with Mike Trout, and when I had Mike Trout as my position player of the week, I told you and I told everyone that Mike Trout's greatest nemesis is his injury, right? So it sucks for us not seeing Mike Trout on the field for a long period of time, but we'll see him soon enough. Hopefully by after the All Star break, we're hoping.
Yeah, we're hoping, right? So, speedy recovery for him. We did say in a previous episodes that if he can stay on the field or a healthy season, he can definitely compete for the MVP award. But his biggest nemesis, like you said, is injuries.
Yeah.
What was your breakdown of the first month of April? First month
Yeah.
of baseball. What stood out to you, or what is your breakdown of the first month?
What stands out for me in the month of April uh, are the amount of struggling stars to start the season, particularly the hitters. Big name players like Aaron Judge, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Randy Arozarena, Alex Bregman, and Francisco Lindor, just to name a few. Is it a concern? Maybe. Some hitters are statistically bad to start the year, but it is still alarming to see many stars are struggling at the plate like this. Much like the injuries to the pitchers who are trying to reach for velo, can we actually point out hitters who are struggling to trying to hit every pitch to the moon? Where is the opposite base hit now? Are they
Right,
trying way too
I'm
hard?
with you.
Yeah,
I'm with
yeah.
you.
Are they trying way too hard to hit moonshots and get the hardest and farthest hit baseball in the world? So not sure what's going on. I cannot go deep on each team's analytics if it's affecting them too much, if those are influencing their pitch selections at the plate. It is a storyline we need to keep an eye on, and as fans, we sincerely hope these stars can get their footing quick, as we want to see them have the success we are accustomed to seeing. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, to me, I'm with you. Like, what's going on with just getting on base, right? Making
True.
a simple hit, opposite side, laying a bunt down. If there's a shift going on and the third base line is open, bunt to the third baseman. No one's covering it. Just get on base, like, or just opposite field, or just hit the line drive, um, hit the gaps. Like, there's something. Like, yes, there's something going on when batters or teams are not willing to um, do the simple things in baseball, right? So the simple things that we were taught as little kids, just make contact, have a good swing, get on base, advance the runner on base, right? Like what happened to the small ball, right? So
Yep.
so it's sad to see that that's not happening. So I'm with
Mhm.
you, and I'll talk about it more in the Giants because that's the struggle the Giants are having, and there's a lot of teams in baseball around the league they're just struggling with that. So
That's true.
perfect. What for me, what stood out to me in this month, the first month of the 24 season, is actually the milestones. A lot of home run milestones. Um, we have Andrew McCutcheon hitting his 300 home run. Um, Pete Alonso with his 200 home run. Uh, Rizzo hitting his 300 home run. Uh, Kyle Schwarzer hitting his 250. So there's just a lot of home run milestones happening this month. So and to me, because I grew up with like Barry Bonds and so also Mark McGwire and all this home run hitters hitting that 500, 600 mark, right? So you were, and then after those guys retire from baseball, then there was no one close. Like it was like it's gonna be a long time before baseball hitters get to that milestone, and all of a sudden we have all this um, home run hitters getting closer to the milestone of 500.
Yeah,
It's,
it'll be a while. After Miguel Cabrera retired last season, everyone was saying it'll be a while until we get another 500 home run
exactly
guy.
right. So and obviously those guys are not even close. You know, like I think right now Stanton is the closest one of 400, followed by Mike Trout, who is actually 378, right?
Yeah,
So but it's getting closer. We're getting closer to those marks. So it's fun. It's just fun to see those records um,
that's true.
being chased, right? So and obviously baseball, it's a numbers game, so it's great. That's what stood out to me, right? So
Yeah, great to see those baseball hitters hitting those milestone home runs. It's great for baseball anyway when they hit that historic milestone for hits, home runs, or even strikeouts, right?
that is around the bases with the latest news in baseball, and let's get to our curtain calls of the week. Omar, I'm gonna start it out with my team, my curtain call of the team. Omar, what if I told you that this team is only has a there are 17 and 17 500 record? Not too impressive, right? But what if I tell you that this team only had three serious wins last year of all of last year? They only had 50 wins all of last year, and they are out to a great start. They already have five straight series wins. They're winners of six in a row. They're young. They're electric. They're fun to watch. Omar, there are poor teams. There are rich teams, and then there is 50 feet of stuff. My curtain call of the team is the Oakland A's. Hard to believe, but this team, they're young and electric to watch. They're one of the biggest surprises of this 2024 season, and they're doing behind a great pitching staff by Paul Blackburn with a 3.0 ERA, 3 wins, 31 Ks. He's the ace of the staff, and we already talked about Miller. A couple weeks ago, he was my curtain call pitcher of the week. He's electric. They have a really great bullpen, and arguably, they are the best team in the Bay Area right now.
That's coming from you.
Yeah.
Hey,
But you know,
the
like they
only
have the
yeah,
lowest paid um, payroll in the majors. They're always one of the lowest like their pay rosters, but they always seem to bring up players. They always produce stars, and yeah, that's great. You know what, and I have to say it, the coaching staff, the players, they're true professionals. with all the turmoil in the last 5 years that the city of Oakland and the athletics and the owners, they don't have a home. They don't even know where they're going to be playing in a couple of years, right? They're true professionals. They're everybody's just showing up to work. They put in the hours, the hard work, and it's I have to cap my tip my cap off to them just because they're just they can just set up the noise, the drama, and they can just that's their job, and they're just going out there and performing on the field, and they're putting a good show for the fans who are choosing to attend the home games.
The Oakland Athletics of Las Vegas. Great call on them, great call on them, Armando. We never appreciate these East. We always laugh at how they operate,
Yeah.
becoming the farm system of every team in the majors. They always surprise us each year, and this year is no different. Like you said, they put up 20 runs last Saturday against the
Oh yes.
Marlins. 20 runs on 21 hits.
Yeah.
That is amazing considering a who's who on this team, right? Great
Exactly.
call. Great call.
There's a lot of young talent, and like one of them is Brent Rooker, who has 8 home runs, um, 20 runs batted in. So you're like, yeah, who is this guy, right? I didn't
Yeah.
even know about this guy until a couple of weeks ago when he had 2 home runs. It's like, who is this guy, right? So, but yeah, like it's you wouldn't recognize them, but it's good for baseball. It's one of the biggest surprises of this season, and hopefully it continues. Well, don't forget, there's soon to be the Sacramento A's before they become
Oh, that's
the
true.
Las
That's true.
Vegas. Okay.
So it'll be the Oakland Athletics of Sacramento of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
All right, great call for your team of the week with the Ace. For my curtain call team of the week, I am going with the hottest team in baseball, the Minnesota Twins. At the time of this recording, the Twins has won 12 straight wins. This winning streak matches their late 1980s winning streak according to ESPN, and their franchise winning streak is 15. Whether or not the Twins matches the streak or break it remains to be seen. But this team has been exciting to watch in the past 2 weeks or so, and that is why the Twins is my curtain call team of this week.
I love it. I picked them to win the division. Obviously, I've been saying a couple of weeks now that this is just a pick 'em division. Anybody can win. But yeah, it's impressive. 12 wins in a row. They have a 19-13 record. That's great. And honestly, um, they're having some great pitching performance by their starters. They're great.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Lopez. It's they're a fun team to watch. That's for sure.
I was gonna say your Pablo Lopez is looking good, eh?
Yeah, yeah, you know it. Perfect. For my pitching curtain call of the week, I'm going with Sota Umanaga from the Chicago Cubs. He was actually the rookie of the month for the month of April. He's 5-0. He has a .78 ERA with 35 Ks and 34 innings pitched. Like that's above that's a 1.1 strikeouts per inning. So that is impressive. Um, what's impressive is that he's not only new to the majors, he's a rookie. He's he's learning a new language, he's learning a new country, he's learning the majors, and he is dominated. And what is more impressive, he's dominating with his fastball. He has a 98 miles per hour fastball. He's attacking hitters. He's attacking the strike zone. He's a lefty who has he can deceive his pitches. Uh, Pitchers are not catching up to that fastball because he hides it really great. So I mean, and yeah, it's impressive to see for a rookie, and he's having this much success.
Yeah. Shota Imanaga. I hate you, Armando. I had Shota already tabbed as my pitching curtain call for this week, and for the first time this season, you beat me to the punch. Like
I
I said,
actually, you said you might. You didn't say you say I might go. So when I say like my pitcher car of the week, I'm going with Sota. So,
uh,
but he's electric. Um,
hey,
yep.
I gave you an
So
idea. I gave you an idea.
yeah. So
So, like I said, 5-0 to the season with .78 ERA in his first season in the majors. I mean, wow, just wow, right, Armando?
yeah,
Can't ask for a better start to your major league pitching debut. Fantastic call there.
yeah, and he's especially when all the pitches today it's breaking ball, right? So and especially like Asian players when they come over to Asian pitchers come over to the majors, we see a lot of breaking balls. So we don't see this fastball and this a split fastball, by the way, and he's having a lot of success. I think he's throwing there like 48% of the time. So he's doing
Yeah,
it with that pitch, so it's good.
yeah, these Japanese pitchers, they love their splitters, and it's
Yeah,
nasty. It's
so
nasty.
it's great. I like to see it. So
Yay. Okay, because since you stole that from me, for my curtain call pitcher of the week, I'm going with Sonny Gray of the St. Louis Cardinals. Gray has been rock solid this year, and his last start against the lowly White Sox last Friday, Gray went seventh inning, allowing only 3 hits and 1 walk with 6 strikeouts. With that masterful pitching against the White Sox, Gray lowers his ERA to .89. Gray has a record of 4-1 with 38 Ks and a whip of .86. And that is why Sonny Gray is my pitching curtain call of this week.
oh, great pick. Yeah, I saw. No, he's having success this season. So, and St. Louis Cardinals, they're they're just around the 500 mark, and they just need some more of those pitching to have the pitching starters to have better success. You know, so and we can see the Cardinals back in where we're used to them seeing them. You know, seeing them competing for divisions and championships, right? So no, it's great. It's great. I love the pick. With my position player, curtain call player of the week, I'm going with one of the breakout stars of this season, and that is Alec Bohm from the Philadelphia Phillies. He's just in a team of stars and power hitters. He's just sitting in the middle of the lineup, Alec, and he's having a great success. He's batting. He's leading the majors with batting average of 0.364 and tied for first with 32 RBIs. And and what he and the biggest standout to me with Alec is actually his strikeout rate. Last year, in the last 3 seasons, he averaged per at bat he was averaging like 25% strikeout rate, and now he's not chasing the ball. He's not chasing swing. He's not chasing, and his strikeout rate is at 13%, and he only has like 13 strikeouts this season. So he's more disciplined in his bats. He's hitting. He's making contact. Um, and he's going to be a hitting machine. You know, like when sitting at the fifth or sixth spot, he's going to be great because obviously the power hitters are hitting ahead of him.
Yeah, Alec Baum. Good call there. This Phillies team is exciting to watch. They can put pressure on these Braves in the NL East, and one of the key factor is their baseman Baum. He is currently day to day as per their manager and as reported by Alex Coffey of Philadelphia Inquirer. No real concerns on Alex hip as per reported, and we hope to see Alec Baum soon in the field as he will be sorely missed if he misses any time. But good call on your
Yeah,
on Alec Baum. Yeah.
he left the game yesterday in the third inning. Obviously, they're facing the Giants right now in a four-game series, and then the first game against the Phillies, he had two hits, like multiple RBIs, and I was just like, knowing that he was my player of the week facing the Giants, I was like, oh man, he's torching the Giants already. But no, he's really great, and he's only been a pro for 4 or 5 years, and you can see he's getting better and better every season. So
Great call again, Armando. And for my curtain call position player of this week, I'm going with Mr. Irrelevant, Jurickson Profar of the San Diego Padres.
oh wow,
Mr. Irrelevant is showing everyone how relevant he is on the field this season. Profar this week, not including today's game, is 11 for 19 with 2 home runs, 5 runs, and 5 RBIs. Not so irrelevant after all. Hey, Will Smith, and that is why Jerickson Profar is my curtain call position player of this week.
nice, that's really great. I love it. And so Padres have a lot of good players. Perfect, and that is all for curtain call players of the week. Let's get into the Giants and Jays updates. Almar, how about you start us off? Oh,
Do you
okay,
have a
I'll start
lot?
off.
Do you have a lot of?
No, I do not.
I, I can feel it in your voice, the
No,
frustration. Yeah,
I'll start off.
we
Okay,
no, 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 I can start.
okay,
I can start. We share the same sentiment anyway.
yes.
For your Blue Jays update, first and foremost, congratulations to Blue Jays Jose Barrios in winning Pitcher of the Month for the month of April. La
Nice.
Maqueda,
Yes.
yes, yeah, La Maqueda Barrios went 4-2 with an ERA of 1.44. Barrios could have easily been 7-0 if the Jays has given him some run support, but regardless of how putrid the run support he had received during his starts, Beria still manages to dominate his opponents. Again, congratulations, Jose Barrios, in winning Pitcher of the Month for April. And pitcher Alec Manoa is scheduled to have his season debut today. I'm looking at the schedule right now. I think they're on rain delay, but it's been an up and down battle for Manoa in the minors. But he appears to be ready as he will pitch in the rubber match against the Nationals. So what used to be a deep pitching staff is staying out for the Jays. Last week, Bowden Francis went down with injury, and so did fifth starter Yariel Rodriguez. So and currently Yimi Garcia is nursing some ailment too. You cannot have too many pitching in the majors, and as much as you see your team having a deep staff, it can go right quick like the Jays team. For better news, center fielder Kevin Kiermaier returned to the lineup on Saturday after a brief stint in the IL with hip flexor strain. Kiermaier's return will be a big boost to the Jays outfield defense. As I mentioned on our last week's podcast, Kiermaier's defense is superb. Kevin actually homered in his return and helped the Jays have some cushion in the top half of the eight to halt the Jays losing streak yesterday. And the Jays have been frustrating to watch this season with how anemic they're hitting. There's few bright spots in the lineup like Justin Turner and Davis Snyder, but the so-called stars like the Vlad Juniors and the Bose have been invisible, and we are over a month already in the season. I'm not going to dive in all the stats and bore you with it. Let's just hope this team picks it up as it is costing the pitching staff and the team wins with how poor their hitting is. And that is it for your Blue Jays update this week.
Yeah, I feel your pain because the Giants are on the same boat. There's just a lot of struggling offensively right now. We're wasting a lot with the Giants. We're at a breaking point after first month, right? So, and where the Giants are sitting 4 games under 500. They're I talked about in past episodes that they just can't hit the timely hit. It's the question is, how long do you put up put up with this? How long do you say, like players like who've been in the organization for a couple of years and just, I mean, like 5 years, and you say, like, you know what, we have to move on, right? And it's sad to see. Like Austin Slater, he's the new, he's just not. He's coming off the bench a lot, but if he's not contributing, like playing like maybe twice a week, and other players are struggling too, how long do you continue? Do you say, you know what, we need help, we need to make trades, or the Giants need to call up players from the AAA and say, like, you know what, you guys are having a good season in AAA, like maybe you guys can uh, uh, put a spark in this Giants team, because it's at this point it's not happening. And one of the players are the new, especially the three new Giants players like Chapman and Soler, they're just not getting it done. That's just bottom simple. They're not getting all. And one player in particular is Soler. He's a power hitter, but he's coming to at bat with runners in the scoring positions, and he can't bring them home. Yesterday, Soler, again, you can see his frustration. He's breaking bats. You can tell he's very angry at himself. The pressure of him, like living up to the contract and new team, new environment, and he's hitting the ball hard. He's just like, he's having good at bats, if you want to say that, but he's just can't catch a break. Giants can't catch a break, and Soler can't catch a break because he's hitting the ball where the defenders are at. And yesterday, bases loaded, no outs. They were getting beat 6-0, 9-0, and the Giants have the bases loaders in the third, top of the third or top of the fourth, no outs, and Soler hits into a double play. Well, the first batter gets struck out, the batter in front of him, and then he comes up and hits a double play. So it's like we're talking about in the beginning of the episode. It's like, what's wrong with just hitting that that timely hit, or hitting the opposite field, right? Like, it's like, yeah. So that's kind of like, it's wrong to see in baseball where you're not willing to do the small little things. Just hitting that simple base hit, pop up, just hit the pop up then, right? So at least get the
Yeah,
third, the run on third home. Like
yeah,
sacrifice fly, but you can't. At the moment, Giants can't even do that right now. So it's a lot of frustration to watch this team right now. So it's frustrating to watch, and we'll see what happens. But right now, sad to say, but right now, the Giants are wasting a lot of good pitching performances for the bullpen, and from the starting pitchers. And at the homestand, the Giants went 6-4 in the homestands. They won two series, and they split with the Padres on a 4-game. No, the Diamondbacks on a 4-game series. They split it. So it's like, but they were averaging in that homestand. They averaged 3 runs, and right now they're on a 10-game road trip. Um, the Giants lost the series against the Red Sox, and right now this weekend they're facing the Phillies in a 4-game series. They've lost the first 2 games, and right now they just can't seem to score more than 3 runs. And ultimately, you can't win games if you're not going to be scoring runs. And right, so that's the Wolves, the offensively that's happening in the Giants. But in sadder note, Patrick Bailey, he's on a 7-day concussions protocol. He left the game 2 games on Friday night. He left the game with blurriness on his eyes. And then yesterday, Tom Murphy, um, left knee injury. So we have lost our two catchers. Hopefully, it's not long term. The Giants have called up Blake Sibyl. He was a rookie last year. He played all season. He has a lot of pop, so hopefully he can be a spark in the Giants lineup. But ultimately, he's there for offensively. Blake Sabo is more like he's not a defensive catcher, but but he's good offensively. So, but we'll see. Hopefully, it's not long term those injuries. So, in other news, Blake Snell's he's throwing the ball again. There's no timeline return, but he pitched yesterday, batting practice. First of all, last Wednesday he threw a couple innings. There was no soreness, so that's good. And yes, over the weekend, he he was throwing a batting practice, and hopefully this week they want to see a live batting practice. So he's going to be facing batters this week, and hopefully by the end of the week or next weekend he can have a rehab start at the minors to see how. So hopefully he can come back. But at this moment, the pitching is not the issue right now; it's the batting. So, and that is my latest updates on the Giants.
Yeah, it's like the Giants is like the Blue Jays of the NL West.
Yeah, at this point there are.
Yeah, we share the same sentiment. Like Vlad Guerrero coming up on base, one out, hits to a ground ball, double play. Like
Yeah,
where's the fundamentals now, right?
and I get it. They also want to have success. They have a lot of pressure on themselves, but also the organization, the fans. They're carrying a lot of pressure, but it's definitely not fun to see right now,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, like I told you, we share the same sentiment.
yeah,
I feel
so
you. I feel you.
and so yeah, like I'm just watching the games, and it's early, and they're scoring 6 runs, and it's not even the second inning. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be a long night, right? So, but hopefully, they say with May warmer, it gets warmer, and and with warmer weather, players get start heating up, and hopefully that's the case for the Giants and the Jays.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, all we can do right now for fans is just hope, right?
Yeah. And so, but it's still early. You have to be somewhat positive. It's still early in the season, right? But hopefully they can turn it around.
Yeah, the the good thing that we can take up on this is they're not too far behind on the standings. But if you're like 10 games behind the first place, that's worrisome, right?
Well, I think the what's yeah, we're like Giants are 4 games under 500, but the thing is the Dodgers are starting to heat up.
That's true.
They're everybody's starting to heat up now for the Dodgers. Otani is now hitting multiple home runs. Um, yeah, and the rest of the team is starting to heat up. So that's scary, right? So right now they're they're not running away from the division, the Dodgers, but they're starting to separate themselves behind from the Diamondbacks, the Padres, and the Giants. They're starting to look like that team that everybody was fearing, and they're heating up. Yeah, so that is my Giants updates. Well, thank you for watching another episode of Saturday Sliders. See you next week.
See ya.